And let me tell y'all this. It was probably one of the best decisions I had ever done as far as courses, like taking a course that actually is applied in medical school and that you actually use and is extremely helpful. Hey everyone, welcome back to aDashofMo, and today I will be answering y'all's questions for Q&A Sunday, and I will be giving y'all my week 9 medical school update. So the first question is, oh, by the way, the weather now is absolutely amazing. I love this kind of weather, and I hope that wherever you're at, the weather is amazing as well. So the first question is, hey, I love your channel. I am a pre-med student and I was wondering what was your overall GPA and MCAT scores. Also, how did you do in organic chemistry? So first of all, I know this is the most burning question for any pre-medical student. So let me see how I want to approach this question. So if you want to get an idea, first of all, of what type of GPA or like the range of the GPAs and the MCAT scores, then I suggest you look on the AAMC website and look at their statistics, and it'll tell you basically a rough estimate of the range of MCAT and GPA scores necessary to get into medical school. However, I feel that numbers should definitely not define a person, because you never know what their other experiences are that can help them be actually a better candidate for medical school than someone with extremely high GPA and MCAT scores. So I would just like to say about the GPA and MCAT score that my GPA wasn't a 4.0 or anything, but I mean, I guess I would say that mine was decent, and then because I graduated with honors. But for as far as MCAT scores goes, my MCAT score was, I think, in my opinion, totally awful, and I honestly can say that I'm surprised that I got into medical school, because my MCAT score was really bad, honestly, and I want to be as honest with y'all as possible, but just know that, God, my MCAT it even gives me nightmares still, just like saying the word MCAT, because it was just a really bad experience. And let me see what I want to say. And then also, so my MCAT score wasn't great, but I do want to say that it is possible to get into medical school, because I know this same time last year, I had no idea if I was going to go to medical school or not upon graduation, and it really broke my heart to even think about not going to medical school, because I can't imagine myself doing anything but medical school. But I want to say that it is possible, and you just have to believe in yourself and have hope, and just know that it is possible to get into medical school with a not so great MCAT score. So if you do have any questions about, my MCAT score, then you should definitely watch my MCAT video. It's like advice you should know before taking the MCAT, and I honestly wish I had that advice like 2-3 years ago, so I would have been better prepared for the MCAT. But I don't regret anything. I don't plan on changing a thing. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad that I'm where I am today. So how did I do in organic chemistry? I did not do great. I barely survived organic chemistry, both 1 and 2. So I honestly, I did not do great. I did not do well in organic chemistry. That was honestly one of my most hated subjects, along with physics. I could not with organic chemistry. Next question is, I love your videos, Mo. Thank you. Thanks for being super helpful to a pre-med student such as myself. I was wondering what you thought of Caribbean schools. Did you apply to any? What I thought of Caribbean schools was it was a great alternative to medical school in the States or the United States. And I did apply to some Caribbean schools. I applied to 4. I did get into I got into 3 of them, of the 4 that I applied, and I got an interview to the 4th one, but I didn't attend that one because I had found out, thankfully, that I had gotten into medical school here in the United States. So I would say go for it. If this is your absolute dream and you don't want to spend another year, brushing up your resume and doing things that can help you gain more experience to help you become a better candidate for medical school, then I would say go for it. If you're willing to do medical school in the Caribbean, then do it. And I know a lot of my classmates that are with me right now that did apply to the Caribbean, to Caribbean medical schools, and they got in, but they were just waiting to see if they would get into any United States medical schools, and thankfully we did. But I would have totally gone to the Caribbean school if I had not gotten into any American United States medical schools. So yes, that's that. The next question is, what kind of stylus do you use? I am always looking for new ones that work well with handwriting notes on the iPad. Okay, I love my stylus. Absolutely, absolutely love it. It is called aDashofMo, and you can get it on Amazon. And I did not realize this, but when you unscrew the cap, like you screw it on here so that you won't lose it, but you have to screw this on tight or else I've lost this cap before and I've had a heart attack. Not a real heart attack, just a dramatic heart attack. But yeah, so I absolutely love this stylus. This is perfect for writing. I have had one of those rubber styluses, but I did not like those ones. So I think that is a really good stylus. And the next question is, I love your videos. Thank you so much. They give me something to look forward to for medical school. How is week 9? So this is a great transition to go into my week 9 medical school update. And I wanted to share a few things with y'all. So the first one is, the first one is, in clinical anatomy, we learned about ultrasound recently, or ultrasonography, and we did a simulator ultrasound, which was crazy. I had no idea that was even possible, and I learned how crazy expensive it was. Our professor told us it was like $500 per application, and it was like crazy expensive. So I got to play on the simulator, and it was awesome. And then we actually had 2 ultrasound machines that we actually tested on our classmates, who were great, great troopers for going through with it. And it was just an awesome experience. I actually absolutely love ultrasound, and I think it's so cool how you can see inside the body, and it was really cool. This is a really cool experience, especially as not even like 3 months into medical school. This is just week 9, and I'm already doing some ultrasound. I'm not an ultrasound tech or anything, but I mean, it's awesome to have some hands-on experience with medical technology. And so also, the next thing I wanted to tell y'all was that I realized the importance of taking a developmental biology course before going into medical school. Now, I've told y'all before that I was a biology major, so I had to choose several biology electives to graduate as a biology major, and one of those that I chose was developmental biology. And let me tell y'all this, it was probably one of the best decisions I had ever done as far as courses, like taking a course that actually is applied in medical school and that you actually use and is extremely helpful. So I took a developmental biology course with an amazing professor in my undergraduate university, and I had to email her this week and just tell her how thankful I was, because I was able to just already be familiar with what a lot of the things that we're learning about right now, in not just clinical anatomy, but also biochemistry, and then back in medical genetics. We applied so many of those concepts and knowledge that I learned in that class into medical school, and I had no idea that it was this applicable And so she greatly appreciated my email. I was so happy with her response. And she was happy that I actually took the time to write her and tell her about my medical school experience so far and how developmental biology has really helped me get an idea as to what a lot of these topics are that we're learning about. So that was that one. And then also, let's see. Oh yeah, so I learned that physics is actually applicable in medical physiology, and I had no idea. I hated physics, and if someone had told me back in undergrad that physics is actually applicable for medical physiology, which you'll learn in medical school, then I probably would have had a little bit more enthusiasm taking the class, but I did not like physics at all. And so now I'm having such an appreciation for taking physics and how, I guess, how applicable it is in the body, in the human body. So learning about that in our circulation topics for medical physiology. So that Ohm's law, and then resistance and conductance and stuff. So it's physics. Pay attention in physics because you'll actually use a lot of it in medical school. So that was my week 9 medical school update. If you do have any other questions for me, please leave a comment below. Also, make sure to follow me on social media. You can definitely ask me any questions there, and I will ask them for next week's Q&A Sunday. I really do hope that these videos are helping y'all out, because I know back when I was a pre-medical student, I was frantically looking for some source to help me with all my thoughts and worries about medical school. And I really do hope that this is putting some of your worries at ease and helping answer a lot of questions that you might not have access to, because believe it or not, it's kind of hard to find a medical student that is, willing to answer your questions. So I really hope that this has been helping y'all out, and I really hope y'all have a great week, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I'll see y'all next week, and don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. Bye!